those business models cannot continue as they are. All right? The other 50% of the marketplace is made up of what you would consider mom and pops. Right? Companies that are doing 5 million to maybe even 50 million or 100 million. But they just do it in a regional area. Some might try to spread their wings and do a bigger area, but a lot of those companies are going to work in a 40, 50, 60 mile radius with their own installers. Okay? This is the marketplace. Those companies are profitable, they are making money, but they're inefficient. The opportunity for people in both categories are huge. Collectively, as a whole, the United States has less than 2% residential market penetration. Okay, and 50% of those are mom and pop. So all the big guys have less than 1% of the residential market share combined. So the biggest guy, who's the biggest? Who's the biggest residential? Not a secret, right? Solar, we can say the name. Solar City. I love Solar City. They overtrain and underpay their guys and their women. I love Solar City. I couldn't ask for a better industry partner. I love them. No, and you gotta have and they've set the stage. We're going to talk about it in just a minute. They've educated your buyers. All right. So the biggest does not have 1% of the residential marketplace in the United States. That's a huge opportunity. People ask me all the time. I think the number one residential company in the United States might not even be in business yet, or might be in this room. The opportunity is huge. You wouldn't say that someone has a lock on the marketplace who has a fraction of 1% of the potential business, would you? And they're losing money? To me, Solar City looks like AOL. AOL used to spend $500 to get a customer that was paying them $19.95 a month. Their break-even point was 3, 4, 5 years down the road, with technology rapidly changing. Solar City was spending $4,000 or $5,000 to get a customer that's paying them $100 to $120 a month. Okay? There's a reason why the industry is twisting and turning and trying to get out of PPAs and leases and things like that based on the payback structure. A big company in California was doing $100 million in business in 2015, closed in 2016 because they had to raise money, they have to borrow money to do PPAs. Okay, Solar Edge. Everybody heard of them? Right? They laid off 200 salespeople in like 1 day. Right? Because they can't make money anymore. That's it. That's simple. Okay? And so their business models have to change if they're going to be around. Okay? They're borrowing money to stay in business. Okay? It's like being 30 years old, living at home. Something's going to change eventually. That's what it is. They have a different business model. Okay? Elon Musk, he's brilliant. He has a different business model. He knows how to make money when he's losing money. He's a brilliant guy. God bless him. I don't know how to do that. Okay? I know how to make money while I'm making money. That's the only thing I know how to do. And so there's an evolution taking place right now. This model that you're seeing right now, we're not the only ones doing it. I think we're going to do it really, really well, but this is the model that's available. So we took, as a small company doing less than $20 million in solar sales ourselves for 3 or 4 years, we became one of the fastest growing solar companies in the United States, 3 years in a row. That's documented through Inc. 500, one of the fastest growing solar companies in the United States, 3 years in a row. And we experienced problems, we experienced hurdles. And our concept was this, as an executive team, our concept was this. We told our people, we need you to solve this problem in a way that you can sell the solution. So we have a solution, and instead of just growing our own company individually, we have provided resources where everybody who's experiencing those same problems that we were experiencing, which is 50% of the marketplace, they can use our solution to solve the problem. On the back end, it looks like Airbnb. Airbnb, if you have a home, if there's a home you are not using or a room in that house you're not using, you can go on and you can make that home or room available for a day, a week, or a month. Okay? And make income when you're not using it because you're paying a mortgage. Most of those people are paying a mortgage anyway, and if you're paying a mortgage and not using it, you lose money, right? Okay. So the biggest hurdle for companies that are selling solar, the mom and pops are selling solar in California and around the United States, is they don't get the same amount of sales every week. Okay? Let's say they can install 15 installs a week. 1 week, they get 25 sales. Seems like a great problem. Next week, they get 5 sales. You would think it would perfectly average out, but it doesn't. Which means in the future, there are weeks where they're left with the decision they've got a certain amount of employees they need to pay, but they don't have work for everybody. So what do? You pay them anyway. You can't lay off an electrician in this marketplace. You'll never hire him back. It took you 2 years to train him. You lost money for the first year. Now they're finally making money. You can't lay them off. There's like a negative employment rate with electricians. You can't just let your team go. Another company will hire them up even if they don't need them tomorrow. So you pay them. You pay full price to get in 50% of the work. That's what you do. And so just like paying for a home that you're not using, you lose money. So some weeks they make money and some weeks they lose money. On our back-end infrastructure, that company, as long as they meet our qualifications, okay, with their customer service and their install team and their licenses and things like that, as long as they can prove that they do good work, they can rent out their team for us for a day, a week, or a month. Okay? And thereby, their biggest expense in their labor and their payroll is taken care of, and they can make money on the deals that they have, and they can make a little money on the deals that we have. So just like that, overnight, like we can install over 2,000 deals a month. We have the capacity to be the largest residential installer in the state of California, just like that right now. Which means you can have a sales organization as big as you want, right now. On the front end is what we're going to spend time on today. On the front end is we have an Uber-like opportunity where just using your phone or your tablet, you have everything you need. What we're going to focus on today is the simple, very basics. If you give me a lead, okay, you give me a lead, and you just know which financing plan to pick, that's it. We'll give you a proposal in 15 or 20 minutes, and you can sell. In the beginning, you're going to sell 1 in 10, 1 in 11, 1 in 12. As you use the rest of that app to learn a little bit each day, that will drop to 1 in 6, 1 in 5, 1 in 3. When you get referrals, Chris, what percentage of your referrals do you close? 70, 80%. Rich, what percentage of your referrals you close? Mike McLaughlin, what percentage of your referrals you close? 70, 80%. So you're going to go from, okay, closing 1 in 10, brand new. We've got people that have closed the deal their first, second day in business because of the system, because of the process. You're going to go from closing 1 in 10, 1 in 11, 1 in 12, making money right away, to closing 1 in 5, to closing 4 in 5. That's the process. So you can do it all with phone and tablet. So it's like Uber on the front, Airbnb in the rear, and we're really excited about it. That's the model. That's what we're launching. It's just an incredible opportunity. Let me tell you why California. I know that you have the income. I know you have the opportunity, and I'm not discouraging you. If you want to grow into marketplaces, please grow into Florida. Please grow into South Carolina. Please grow into Colorado. These are probably the best opportunities, the second best opportunities that exist in the United States right now. We can give us a lot of opportunity this weekend to talk about why. But right now, when I went into sales, one of the things that were attracting me to sales is I want to make the most amount of money in the least amount of time. So right now, a sale in California is going to make you double or triple what a sale in any other state is going to make. So the time, money, and resources it takes to recruit and train and grow into another marketplace, and then for them to make a sale, you're going to make more money here. You're going to make more money here based on credit, based on home evaluation. In Texas, if someone has really bad credit, you don't have a PACE program to fall back on. And you don't have a PACE program to fall back on because there's no equity in their home. Because the prices in Texas are really, really cheap, and with the exception of a very few marketplaces, which I've lived in, the homes don't go up. Okay? 16 years ago, I bought a 5,500 square foot home made of brick with a 3-car garage, a basketball court for $135,000 in Robinson, Texas. And 5 years later, I sold it for $135,000 in Robinson, Texas. There's no equity there. There's no equity here. In California, people's homes out-earn them. Okay, some years. So you don't have a fallback. There's so many reasons that we can go over, but the opportunity here is better in California, and it's huge. I hear from people, oh, it's saturated. Like, oh, people are, you don't understand marketing. Okay, marketing, there's something called a hockey stick curve. Okay, a hockey stick curve is flat. A hockey stick is flat on the bottom, and then where the heel is, it just spikes up into the handle, right? What happens, that's marketing. For the last 12 years, it's taken 12 and 15 years in California with flat growth. 0.5%, 0.5%, 0.5%, 0.5%, 0.5%, in California, to where they're less than 7%. But it's spiking. I don't know the fourth quarter numbers are going to come in really soon. In the second and third quarter of 2016, 30% of all the residential solar companies customers in the entire country were installed in California. 30% of the marketplace. You can take over a third of the entire marketplace within 100 miles of your home. Southern California is the 7th largest economy in the world. Southern California is the 8th largest economy in the world. You want a little piece of everything, or do you want like a large piece of Spain? That's what we're talking. So there's a huge opportunity. There's a huge, and this is really important to know. It's important to realize that only the people that say, "Oh, it's saturated." No, it's educated. It's not saturated. It's educated. Okay. There's also timing that is taking place right here. So who's been selling solar for more than 2 years? So when you sat down in front of, let's do it again. Who's been selling solar for more than 2 years? Okay, that's exciting. So 2 years ago, right? You had to sit in front of your customer, and based on the price of solar and the plans that are available, were they cash flowing? Were everybody cash flowing day one? No, we had to tell them, as the rates go up, you will cash flow later, right? That's not what we're telling people today. We're going to show you today, Leslie Woodmansee from Elements Capital is going to show you how almost all of your customers are going to cash flow. She's going to show you some really exciting plans. Adam Roberts from Winery will show you some really exciting plans, and even people with bad credit are going to cash flow. That opportunity did not exist two years ago.